Good morning. This is Frank with the Morning Quick Shot, brought to you by Trade Stalkers and NINZA Pro Traders. It's Monday, July 18th, about 7:30 Central Standard Time. So for the next 3 to 5 minutes, we're going to look at targets to the upside, targets to the downside, some possible areas of consolidation, and then just a quick look at market profiles so we keep an eye on the big picture. So rough week last week, pretty volatile, but lots of good trading with it. So it looks like we opened up last night right around the 54.50 area. Overnight low was the right in here at 53.50, and then looks like our overnight low was 63.25. So we really didn't go too far last night. After the moves last week, this is pretty much expected after, especially after a long weekend. So let's take a look at where we might go today. We're right here at the 24-hour VWAP, right here in the middle of the chart. It's this white line. So if we could get a bounce since we came off the box, since we came back off the open again, we came back up and retested the top of this zone, 5812, which is an important profile number. We're going to look for a bounce right off of here and come right back into a double top at 63 initially. If we're going to go long today, look for a pullback to about the 60 area, and then look for this market to come on all the way up to 68. Might be a pause here at 66 as it comes back and tests the top here again, right into here at 63, and then right up to here. So watch for that. Depending on the strength of the market this morning, you could go either way with that particular move this morning. Now, once we get up into this zone, look for just maybe a little bit pullback. It might even pull all the way back to here. Not likely though, but just look for a pullback towards the bottom of the zone as the market's going to gather some momentum here. And then first major target this morning should be 2177.40 area in this zone. At this zone, there will probably be a lot of consolidation in this area, maybe from here 77 down to 70. So be cautious of that. And let's take a look up here. Although there's no targets up here, if the market was spring, we use yesterday's or Friday's zones of 85 and 92. So be cautious of those zones up there as a point of stop. So let's take a look if we move to the downside. If this rolls right over here and closes before this below this 24-hour VWAP, then you want to look for a move down to the open. And again, probably test this open and bounce right back up against this 24-hour VWAP and then right down right into this zone and the overnight low. Let me spread this out for us just a little bit into this overnight low, right into this area. All right, probably some consolidation in this area, just a little bit, and it needs to come through this zone and trade below it and close below it. Once it closes below it, it'll come back up and retest the overnight low of 53.50, and then we'll make our next move down, probably somewhere in the 49 area, which was Friday's low. So it's Monday morning and we're moving right along here. We got next move down into this zone. If it pulls back up into here after hitting this overnight low, look for it to pull right up here to 51.75 and then pull right down and shoot for this next zone and double bottom right here at 43.50. After that, look for it to possibly continue down to this 38 area. At some point, we may retest the 34 area again. So just keep an eye on this, but right down in this area, if we move down this area, is a good place for a good reversal and to move right back up into this long scenario. So keep an eye on all this stuff today. Now, for the market profile, the big picture, here we are, 50-50 area. As you can see, same pattern. We talked about all this last week, and what we've done, we've come up and hit this 2158 area. We've tried to trade through it, even up to 68. Come right back down, tried it again. We're still making higher highs, just barely on the bottom here, and we're just kind of like forming a flag is what it's really looking like right in this area. So we've got to be real cautious this 127 area extension on the fibs, 2850. Now what we're looking for is for to do one, just break right on up to this 141, or it's going to fail this one and we're going to pull right back into one of these major areas. So either way, we want to look for a close below the 42 area. That's a long ways down. And then we'll head back down to this 35, 34 area that we just talked about. So we keep it on that scenario. Don't do too much with it. If you're just trading long term or swing trading this, just wait for a close below this 52 area, right in this area, right in here, 51. If we're going to go long and you want to just be patient, wait for a close above the 68 and take the move up to 77 and possibly up to 88 right in this area. But once we get to the 77 area, look for a pullback. And this, depending on the momentum of the market, what's going on, look for a pullback back to this extension, possibly back into this 47 area, okay? And if it really gets nasty again, all the way back to this 28 in this area in 34. So be real cautious with this. So that's kind of the big picture to watch out for, or if you're a swing trader, those will be your targets and stops for those. If you have any questions, contact Frank at Trade Stalkers and have a great day.